Hondo ya Temba Mliswa pamwechete nema-retired general yoramba kupera. Temba Mliswa odzorera mashoko kuma-retired general achiti musandivhundutsire, musandityityidzire, achiti Zimbabwe haitongwe nemauto. Kusangana kwatinoita pana pachannel yenyu yeMagaba News, where we give you the trending news which is happening in Zimbabwe. If you are new here, kindly subscribe and also turn the notification bell so that when you post any news and update, you'll be the first one kusangana ne news zatinenge taisa pana pachannel yenyu yeMagaba News. Today we have a news of Temba Mliswa. Temba Mliswa clashes with the retired general again after he says Zimbabwe is not a military state. Mushure mekunge vaTemba Mliswa vane mashoko avakanyora nezuro, avakanyora vachiresponda patsamba yanga yakanyorwa nemauto. Mauto yavakanyora vakanangana nemashoko anga ataurwa naTemba Mliswa muvhidhiyo yakatendera munyika yeZimbabwe. So Temba Mliswa ouya achitaura pamusoro pemauto aya achiti musatyisidzire vamwe is a valid operational tactic. Upenyu ndehwaMwari and at same point we shall die all. Ndo mashoko avaTemba Mliswa achiti musandivhundutsire nezvimwe zvinhu, upenyu hwatikurarama ndehwaMwari. Anova ari mashoko akarakidza kuti Temba Mliswa akuvhunduka nekuda kwestatement rakabuda mauto, sezvo iye aiti pastatement rakabuda aiti haasi mauto echokwadi, vanhu vari kushandisa zita remauto. Apo paakauya Temba Mliswa nezuro achinyora achitaura pamusoro paAir Marshal retired Henry Muchena, achiti zita ravo chairo imi munovati vaHenry Muchena, asi zita ravo vanonzi Jabulani Malangu reZimbabwe ndo zita rakataurwa naTemba Mliswa. Ende wouya achitaura achiti musandivhundutsire, nyika yeZimbabwe haitongwe nemauto. Inovari statement ratendedzwa munyika yeZimbabwe, mashoko anyora anowanda kuisira pascreen apo. According to news, outspoken politician Temba Mliswa has sharply pushed back against a group of retired military figure, escalating tensions over Constitutional Amendment Bill number 3 and the broader roles of the military in Zimbabwe political discourse. Responding to the public letter led by Air Marshal retired Henry Muchena, Mliswa did not mince his words. He dismissed the group stand as a dubious campaign and accused them of attempting to execute in undue pressure on civilian political debate. At the center of Mliswa response in a firm constitutional argument, Zimbabwe, he insisted, is not governed by military authority but by democratic principle. His statement draws a clear line between political engagement and military influence, warning against what he described as an malicious communication from individual invoking past rank to sharp present political outcomes. Zimbabwe is a democratic and not a state, not a military state, Mliswa asserted, reinforcing the idea that political disagreement must be settled through open dialogue rather than intimidation. His emphasis on equal footing reflects a broader concern that democratic participation risks being overshadowed when former security figures enter political debate with the perspective of authority rooted in their past roles. Mliswa went further, directly challenging Muchena's credibility. He questioned the consistency of the retired general's current defense of democratic values, alleged a contradiction between present claims and action without presenting a new evidence. Mliswa referenced the historical episode of political tensions, urging that some of the same figures now advocating for electoral integrity were previously associated with controversial political operations. These remarks touch on a sensitive chapter in Zimbabwe political history, including a disputed election and alleged of state aligned cohesion. While such claims remain contested and complex, Mliswa's argument is clear. Those entering today's democratic debate must be prepared to accountable for their historical record. Beyond personality, the dispute reflects a deeper national conversation about the legitimacy and generational transition. Mliswa framed the current administration under Mnangagwa as a product of both institutional processes and public pressure, pointing to the 2017 transition from Robert Mugabe as an example where citizen action and constitutional merchandisation played a decisive role. In this context, Mliswa questioned the timing of the retired officials' intervention. He urged that if the concerns were purely constitutional, they should have been raised earlier within a party and national platform rather than emerging at a political change moment. This, in his view, raised a possibility that the current pushback is less about principle and more about internal political position. The underlying issue, Constitutional Amendment Number 3, remains a point of national debate with the differing views across the political and civic space. Mliswa has called for unbiased public dialogue, signaling that while he rejects intimidation, he support open discussions on the merit of the amendment. So muri Zimbabwe ndozo nzikutaurika ndo mashoko ari kubuda achibva kuna vatemba Mliswa. Vatemba Mliswa vouya nemashoko ari kutaura vachiti musandivhundutsire mauto. Nyika yeZimbabwe haitongwe nemauto, maifanira kutaura panguva yamanga muri pazvigaro zveutungamiri mune maposition. Inova iri nhau yaita kuti tiuye takaibata panapa chikurakidzai mashoko atekusira pascreen ari kubva kuna vatemba Mliswa. Nchiti munozviona sei, munoitongo sei nhau iyi? How do you take this issue kumaonero enyu? Muchiti munoiona sei kuti Temba Mliswa hachazi mashoko ekuvhunduka here group remauto nekuda kwekuti iye aiti haasi mauto anyora tsamba? Ndidzo dzimwe news dzataya tikabata pana pachannel yenyu Magaba News. I thank you for keep on supporting our YouTube channel.